This is episode number 122. When you are overwhelmed, take care of yourself. Welcome everybody to another episode here in Body Mind Transformation by Custom Body Fitness. This is your health coach Sandro Torres, and today I'm just going to remind you to take care of yourself when you are overwhelmed. Sometimes you have a lot of problems, a lot of difficulties in life, and I give you a few examples of our members who have to go through a lot of problems and they couldn't continue exercising. But it's important that you continue taking care of your health, such as eating healthy or at least distressing and giving yourself half an hour every day to distress and think about what's going on in your life. And with that, I give you those examples and I tell you what to do in the middle of the storm so you can continue taking care of yourself. And then whenever the storm passes, then you can go back to your routine. So without further introduction, let's listen to the talk. At CBF, we know that for you to change your body, you need to change your mind. Exercise and eating healthy is only part of the plan. We care about our members as we care about our family, because our members become our family. It is not about competition, but support. It is not about being the strongest or the fastest, but about you defeating your negative self. It is about working together and making the task challenging and have fun. By the end, what matters is not how hard the session was, but that you take control of your mind so you can take control of your body. My name is Sandro Torres, and I'm happy you are part of our family. Welcome to Custom Body Fitness. Welcome everybody to another talk here with your health coach Sandro Torres. Today, I am going to remind you something that you already know. I'm going to start with a few stories of some of our members. One of our members signed up and she was with us for around 4 or 5 months and she started losing a lot of weight and transforming her body. All of a sudden she stopped and she called me and told me to cancel her contract. She didn't give me an explanation or anything. So I canceled the contract. A few months later, she contacted me and she said that she wanted to come back and she was ready to continue again because she was gaining weight. When we had our assessment, she told me the story. Her husband broke his arm and he couldn't work anymore. So she needed to take care of all the bills and she was working a lot to pay all the bills because they didn't feel like they could pay all the bills with the money they had saved. Besides the husband breaking the arm and not be able to work, there weren't some paychecks that weren't coming in his company, and they're having difficulties paying those bills. Plus, besides that, her father-in-law he still have diabetes, and they had to amputate a leg, and then her mother-in-law also ended up in the hospital with a heart attack. So she had a lot of problems coming up in one moment. And all she could do was focusing on her problems and trying to pay those bills and working a lot. So her day started at work at 5 in the morning and she will come late at night between 8 and 9 p.m. at home. Another story is of another member. She started exercising with us and she was with us for around 2 months. Then she stopped. And a year later, she came back and she said that she enjoyed the one of the challenge a lot, that she lost a lot of weight and she was happy with the results and everything. But she had a cousin that was with terminal cancer and she had nobody around she can trust besides her. And our member promised her cousin that she will be there until her last day in the hospital, helping her, supporting her, and do everything she can. So after a while, the cousin died. When she died, our member felt free to come back and start exercising. She was so stressed in helping her cousin that she forgot about herself, and she put a lot of attention on her cousin because she was the only one who can help her. I have another story of another member. She has a daughter, and the daughter got into the car in the garage, and she tried to move the car. The husband was in front of the car, and the daughter, instead of putting the car in reverse, she put it in drive, and she stepped on the gas, and when she stepped on the gas, she ran over into the husband, and sent the husband into hospital and broke both legs, and they had to do surgery and so on. So our member needed to deal with two problems. One, with her husband, because she needed to take care of the husband, and at the same time, she needed to work a lot as well because the husband stopped working for a while he needed to recuperate. Plus, our member needed to deal with the trauma of her daughter because that daughter felt guilty for what happened. It was an accident. She didn't meant to do that and so on, but still, that the daughter is very young. She was around 17 at that time, and she needed to help her get out of that trauma so she don't get into destructive behaviors later. So she was overwhelmed with work, with the husband and the daughter. Then another story goes like this. Another member who got pregnant, she was looking forward to get pregnant. Her pregnancy was doing good and so on, and the whole family was looking forward for that baby. I believe was a girl. She say that she was pregnant with a girl. Then a few months later into the pregnancy, she lost her baby. It affected all the family, and of course it affected her. She fell into depression because she lost her baby, and she fought a lot to get out of that depression. She was away for around 3 months, and finally she came back, and she also told me her story. What those four stories have in common is that the four persons were overwhelmed. They had a lot of problems. It seems like there is a moment in time in life when problems that just come, and they come one problem after another and after another, that we need to focus to get out of that problem. And I don't blame any of these people for not exercising, coming with us and continue exercising. But the message that I want to tell you here is that don't forget about yourself. I know that you have to take care of a lot of things, but while you on the storm, while you are on all those problems overwhelmed, you need to take care of yourself. If you can't exercise because you're working a lot, because you are too busy taking care of your family and all these problems, do your best to eat healthy. Don't stop eating healthy. And give yourself at least half an hour every day to distress, to get out there alone and think about everything that is happening. And put all your trust in God, because God is going to help you. God is there for you. He will never let you go. He will always hold your hand, and you always will overcome this problem if you continue holding God's hand. So give yourself that time. Remember that the person that is taking care of everything is you. Everybody for that moment depends on you. Because of that, don't forget about yourself. You are a very important person. And whenever the storm passes, whenever all the problems stop, get back into your routine. Get back into you exercising like our members did. They never forgot about themselves. They continue taking care of themselves. they continue eating healthy, they continue doing something from themselves. And then when they feel like they have everything under control, they get back into exercising to continue with the goals. So I just want to give you a reminder. If you are in that moment right now with a lot of problems happen to you and you are overwhelmed, don't forget that it's only a storm, that it's going to pass. You're going to get better. Just stay strong. Take care of your health by eating healthy, by taking care of your mind and connected with God, and know that God is going to be there for you. And whenever that passes, get back in your feet and get back into your weight loss program and continue exercising. Hopefully this message give you strength so you can continue fighting those problems and you continue getting ahead, because I know you're strong like many of our members. All of us have the same strength. We just need to put it into practice, because life hit us hard sometimes, but we can overcome those problems because God is always going to be with us. Thank you so much for listening to this talk. I hope you like it. Please share it with people who needs to listen to this message, and I'll be tuning in the next talk. So there you have it, everybody. I'm just going to summarize a couple things that you need to do when you are overwhelmed. If you can't exercise, the first thing you need to do is eat healthy, de-stress, go meditate, think about what's going on in your life. Know that it's going to be an exit, that this is only a storm. You're going to pass. It's going to pass. And if you put all your faith in God, it's going to be easier for you. And whenever you're ready, get back in your feet and go back to your program. So that's it, everybody. Stay mentally and physically healthy and close to God. Hopefully you like this talk. Share it with people who needs to listen to this. And we're going to be tuning in the next episode. For now, your health coach says bye.